OKFM 101.7.
Lawyer Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe, aide former President Kwame Dramani Mahama. Me watch no pay.
Onunyanfo anɔpa yi mejo so mekyia wetiefoɔ ɛne waboafoɔ mo studio hɔ anɔpa yi bra
Na bokodi
obuade adaroma anɔpa yi so yɛda otwediampɔ nyankopɔn ase sɛ edi 64 years
I come I want me baba kakra. His excellent
celebration.
Aha. Obia emfre His Excellency John Dramani Mahama anopay na wadi 64 years. Na asamba na oka e de afa ne birthday hu.
Sɛ ɛnka nkyekye no yɛso di birthday a na yɛayɛ yɛanoa nkosia ɛne ɛtɔ ɛde ama wo ana
Ai kokoto.
sukrɛ nti ɛnɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa anea ɛtɔ ɛne nkosia a ɔmode ma echi on the occasion of the 64th birthday. Nyankopɔn de wayɛ ama yɛn no ɛboro adwen ɛne ntiaseɛ so da biara yɛkɔ due so a yɛde aseda yɛ nika bia yɛde bɛma no wowɔ nkwa a badeɛ nyinaa nti Kwame, yes, say OKFM for the mobile special one. The amano, the Caribbean meet me. I can no say the guardian coso, a mano, a pomodine, and a ninja. Young Quada Kwame.
Na number no so kwade wo di twalo to aba ebebo.
So I can run Charlotte.
Debbie, what? Boys, no muti OKFM. Omo ye bad papa. Wow, we wa ko hu sami okubo nse no ma ye 29 11 22. No ma pem.
Mini asami okunya ska o national look. So ko chamo.
Wow. Na ene mebe fie mia meba. We me mo bia me nso bia because I wo be yes yemfo bia ne mra
pon by 10 one yen in tema oba be du no be se kanzo na ba video
ai na ye de masame sam jemfi kura so mfa mra beba na on se akokọ na basa ne wings no ya na ebu cave
fantastic.
Ubeye na half ni ho. Ubusa sami je vi o se. Me ba no. Me twa ra na ba na half ti.
No say the pound.
Sami me pesa adi. Wa ye man happy birthday. Nye ni pa nyina na enya ne sa. Man happy birthday.
So mo Kwame lion.
Ai, ena nyu ono nko. Mi angaza me bra afraid. Bra Peter. Any will be na baba. Yeah, nyina man happy birthday.
Thank you, boss. Only the boss man.
I see. Now, another Ghanaian times the assembly about was to support government to revive economy. Mahama edges Ghanaians. Say you more buying na economy yem pegan. Say setmanship in what years in bow.
No, Black Kwame, it has always been the nature. We share the kind of politics H.C. John Dramani Mahama, and yet the politics of divide and rule, and yet the politics of putting party ahead of nation, and yet politics of putting self ahead of the nation. That be the politics. Joshua, one of the key attributes of H.C. John Dramani Mahama is the level of tolerance to even political adversaries, internal, external. Now, the kind of politics in which he had always said, look, at the end of the day, Omaya yefreno omaya Ghana. Yema sa omayi endi ye kain. We should always put this country ahead. Now, I am not, we say, or check Ghana for against home and abroad. A quite beer, you bet me, aye. Aye, bet me, I ensure so this economy is revived. I've heard people say, Anna, oh, Echi, who do you home? Film. A man now, your man penny, Anna economy issues a buyer. O told us fair MPP for so omumbra senchi. We na yentna on yen kwanya. E bet me ama economy na gina ho aye krabe hwama Ghana fo yina no. Even when Osakmafo agree say obeba no, MPP amanyoku echre ne say ma oma. True to his party's command, ojina mu wama. He has every reason to say, this is what you people did. In no na made and but there be.
Nasa ukasa umsuba say. Any his excellency John Dramani Mahama won power. Adi why is a reserve player?
No, make up.
I've been born na ade bench wo. Na ntra bench wo na wo mun se niema na ma.
There be one say me mache uncle for council leave them. Let the economy crash. Let the economy collapse. When you pray for the rain, you must also get prepared for the mud. And now, men now all cancel minus say, so minus say, so on to movie.
Oh, yes, Utimbi.
So minus say, H is on the money, Mahama, so to Ghana.
Oh, yes.
And yes, NDC members almost up to your mama. Sebi. And there, another down where Cooper don't about me. Oma mismanage economy to the point. And then, 100 Ghana cities are. Only a gallon of diesel. Minianum.
Baba, lawyer. Yes. Law, and I'm not me say. So we a taxi driver. Me can Uber driver. Na auto fuel.
There be
a gallon of 100 cedis here. Pacho drop me by na befa.
Kwame, look, me too quite wow. Over the weekend. Into me so me monitor town kakra. Kwame, ube and go from using Abubu Yane Sanyomano, motorbike and Nikita. We go to a mobile filling station, no mukra, Vortic water bottle, no. Now, only by the top petrol.
Chinazo to Molu.
Bra, only by the top petrol. No more the acquaint, Mahaka, no the Abba, no I said be chubby. Oba, no the Abba. Kwame. And no mamu ayede. Baby aye do no enye NDC MPP. Baby aye do no aye Ghana first. Why aye friend Ghana no is the first priority for all of us. Because you see, I don't believe say your politics are no. It is only when your opponent fails and now obenya the chance to become president that be. It is a summer over Ghana form. So, me, as a young politician, I don't do my politics believing that my opponent will fail before I can be successful. Dabi. I always believe, say, I need to win on my own strength. And that is the kind of politics HE had always encouraged us. And Obilibi said, look, when you do the right thing, there are many people who are discerning. And those who are discerning, you know, come back to a point, I say, Papa, why dream would do? Now, what do Ghana? And because Odo Ghana intino, you should be the right person to lead. Obi Nanko be a here. Nanka, you'll be all over the place. Let the economy collapse. Let this. Let this. Or say Darby. Ghana for we MPP new. We CPP new. We then new. Yembra. And you see, Kwame, look at the time we kept saying this thing. Look at the time we kept saying, telling this government, say, look, let's get ready for an IMF program. Let's go to the IMF many months ago. Kwame, when we say, Sebi, sa union mo mutia be musia and ne omama economy na ye troka asese ya ajinjen when we say na nko mutie John Dramani Mahama even from January this year when we say na nkabade san ya nya IMF program se sia nyoma de ekeka kono we went to the IMF in an ambulance na bra kwa me nyina ye nim se Sebi o wiase aye wo mu Oko hospital regular checkup. Oko checkup. Doctor no check your vital organs or you or check your heart or check your weight or check your weight. You know, or you know we are or so. Kofi 2 months time come back. 2 months time no asako no akwa regular checkup. But the day you go to the hospital in an ambulance, that I mean you should know say. Having gone to the hospital in an ambulance, you can't come home immediately. And because at that point, it's not very, very critical. It has become an issue of life and death. That is the kind of situation that this economy is in. But on person who uses that for the politics of it, or say Ghana funina, ahe funina, imam funina. Sebi. Obi biya Ghana has say, young, old, whatever. Let us all come together to revive this economy. Because you see, if the economy is doing well, it will do well for NDC members. It will do well for MPP members.
Na mimi kase.
Well for CPP.
Mimi kase, who pe power. Na opponent no munyina mo ama na yi na ebedu 2024 na yi a na is power no wonsanka
no Kwame baby a edu no MPP they are already almost 2 legs are in opposition
wo mko
oh no baby omo kra omo mpenifo ni nyina omusika omo anya nyina they are preserving it how they will survive in opposition
akoye se eyi if you have been for pro ku no hu so akoto motu
exactly and they say why are they no quick
omu ko meeting kura wo mo nwino ho
asema o kan ye kura dia virtual so madam Falaji bi o tamale last me friend na Alaji also me hospital you say Alaji dey also can you imagine no I left my 2 cars at home and sat on a motorbike to pick something then can knock me down.
Oh.
Alaji, why do you car to fee? I got now motorbikes. Or say me, lawyer, me, I don't understand what happened. What I say? Black Kwame, you don't.
Alaji feel abe for Dawson.
Black Kwame, or non also on Tiasi. So better in the car, I could decide my day. But you see, the critical issues facing this economy, and you see, John Dramani Mahama is the kind of leader who would always want to take the tough decision, regardless of the political consequence. And the reason is simple. It is only about my interest. But by this time, I bet IMF for say, oh, make sure you don't give to Ghana. Make sure you don't do this. The critical issue that will make things difficult for. But where things have gotten to now, we are on the cliff. You do the pointer, or may you dear broker crab pay. In Kwame, let me give you a classic example. This year, I fear Abai total revenue a 1 year na revenue. Would the mean bomwa when your total revenue of 64 billion Ghana cedis. 64 billion Ghana cedis. But do you know how much government has spent so far? As at the time we are speaking, 105 billion Ghana cedis. Now, Sebio, Brakwame, you are managing a home as a head of family. You are the husband, you are the father. Now, our total income is 64 billion. Meanwhile, our expenditure is 105 billion Ghana cedis. How are you going to keep your home? How are you going to survive? Look, as we speak, because Kenoforiata can no longer go for the bonds, Euro bond, and then Nyoma, Neya, Oko, Jewel, Abuchi, and then Kikahonchino. Bank of Ghana, and as I say, or borrow money to government in the name of overdraft. Yeka say, Bank of Ghana and Kwa Ama paying over 32 billion Ghana cedis in overdraft. How are you going to manage this economy? As a 2023 budget statement, Akendo Foriata Oko ready a few days ago. That's why I can say, or see 2023, Obe borrow 61 billion Ghana cedis before he can balance his budget. Now, does it make economic sense? You are in a hole. That's why you are in a hole. What's your boom? What's your toko? What's your amona donko mu? Open you piano. Do you dig more? Bakwame, you are in a deep hole. You want to come out of the hole. Do you dig more? We are in a serious economic crisis. You can say, this year, our total revenue is 64 billion. Meanwhile, you have already spent in excess of 105 billion. Ghana City.
My law, would you economics? Semona mwa bemwa. These economic doldrums. Come by your mind, eh?
Okay. Now, you see, like I told you, most of the things are by expenditure. But what I say, most of the things are by expenditure. Some of the things that we are spending Ghana's monies on is not needed at this moment.
Like what?
Not needed at this moment. Look, some of the portfolios are Omampeni are creative. But how do you tell me, say, Tio, you have a presidential staffer in charge of development authorities? What's the meaning of that? But
say a supervisory role or to superintend. Say,
but let me even use Kojoba Radio. Was he not a local government minister?
I know what you are talking about.
Was he not a local government minister?
Yes.
Didn't he have directors supervising some of these issues?
Oh, yes.
What is the essence of decentralization? Is it not to take development to the local authority?
But yes, is
it not to take development to them?
Sure.
So what is SADA? What is central region? Blah 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 blah. So why do you need somebody again at the office of the president? Northern Development Authority, any board? Any board?
There's a back corporate governance. No,
it has a board.
I know.
It has directors. Mm-hmm. It has finance director, procurement director, everything. No one said you be the office at the office of the president, say, supervise the board. And you know what they did? I'm not Ghana for HM and Penny say, this ministry for special initiative, what is the use of it? Special initiative to do what? In a also okay, Modi Ghana for Babe Dadamo. You know, I said I say we collapse that ministry of special initiative, and then now appoint someone else in his office. Say the very work now the ministry was doing, you continue to do it and you'll be paid. I mean, how do you do things like this? How do you do things like this? Look, Obi, director in charge of decentralization, blah, 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 at the office of the president. So, Damboche, then why? Why
a minister for local government.
So what does he do? Is local government not decentralization?
Sure.
Only director in charge of decentralization on the office.
Look,
look, in 2021, President Tama Omuridi, the 2022 budget, November 17, 2021, Chief of Staff Office called Parliament to justify expenditure for the office of the President. Look, one item almost said they have spent 148 million Ghana cedis. Do you know what they spend the money on? Almost said operational enhancement costs.
Send the name of
what is operational enhancement?
Say, Kwanya, ye faso, you know.
One who say one has I won't mean.
What's it?
One who say one
because a dawson, then the fastest near be brain, Tina Mintiminka.
You have spent 148 million Ghana cedis on what you claim to be operational enhancement expenses. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning? So, look, Kwame, how in God's name do you tell me, say, your total revenue is 4 billion, but you have spent 105 billion? How do you do this? So, look, just by realigning our expenditure items alone, this economy will be back on way. Look, we know what I say here. Say, I buy at the Abetu or say, there will be a freeze on employment and others.
Sure, pay the budgets, no.
Good. But you know, says I am not buying a can a rather some. What kind of budget now? Say budget no. Omoye budget now. We will the FN expensive line items. Into emolument, salaries and emolument. Which will say at the tail end, no matter we are paying, say, 800,000 public officers, and the cost is 37 billion Ghana cedis. It's all kind the 2022 budget statement in Ankasana. You notice, say, this year government had already projected that they will be spending 37 billion on public servants. They'll spend
maybe a compensation increment.
No, Senekaba. Now, when you go, you look at the number of persons to be paid. Because one will say, like your logic will be proper if it is the same number of employees, but the costs had gone up. But what I say, then you can say, they had been paid salary increases. And so that is what is accounting for it. But if you compare the 2023 number of persons to be paid, now they compare to 2022, you see that the number had increased by almost 2,000 people. So how can you say there is a freeze when you are going to pay extra 2,000 people in your 2023 budget statement? I have sat down and gone through the 300-page budget statements. And if you look at the appendices, when you go to emolument, now compared to the previous years now, you see that we are employing over 2,000 more people. I mean, why are we deceiving ourselves? Why are we deceiving ourselves? And because of that, look at the problem it has brought to the economy. John Dramani Mahama is saying that, look, let us together rally around the flag like we have done for the Black Stars. Let us not look at the fact that Nanado Dankwe Kufuado, his cousin Ken Oforiatta, his vice president Dr. Mahamudu Bamia have destroyed the economy. Well, Kwame, can you imagine, as I speak to you, the depreciation of the city? And are the 98 billion Ghana cedis to our public debt. 98 billion Ghana cedis. Just because of the depreciation of the city. And yet any other way, it's not like we've gone for additional money in our Edekana Brain Derby. Simply because we have not been able to manage the stability of the city well. No? The cost of the depreciation alone related to our public debt is 98 billion Ghana cedis. 98 to Kwame Tobo, 98 billion. How much did it cost us to do Sofula interchange? Asokwa interchange? Swame interchange? Kaswa? Circle interchange? Obechibi? Can you imagine what 98 billion Ghana cedis can do to this economy? So that you can see the cost of the incompetence of the people managing this economy. As I speak to you, Kwame, the cost of depreciation alone is 98 billion. That's the addition to our public debt. When we say from January 2017 to date, all the social intervention programs are implemented. The overall cost is 42 billion Ghana cedis. So, if the overall cost of all your social intervention programs is 42 billion, now the cost of depreciation alone to your public debt is 98 billion. Can you imagine what that 98 billion can do by way of social intervention? Two, from September to the time Finance Minister read the mid-year budget, the total cost of free SHS is 5.4 billion Ghana cedis. Now, depreciation of the city alone had contributed 98 billion to our public debt. Can you imagine what 98 billion can do even for free SHS? So, you can't say who we are. Look, it's not about propaganda. It's about the numbers. Go and take the budget. And I challenge any MPP communicator, whoever you are, come. Me know Echna Nanka Menenia, the studio of OKFM. We'll pick the budget item by item, item by item. And by the time we are done, it will be clear, say, this government has been completely wasteful, completely reckless, completely incompetent, and has, as a result, brought untold hardship. I mean, meaning, what I say, almost dorsum, Ubia a train alert. Ubia a train alert. No, Ben is saying, Bravo.
I said, do one myself.
Ubia train alert.
Medum me phone.
Ubedumu phone. And the car bank.
Hello, very from Comoisi.
No, Black Family, the car bank. Now, Black Family, once again, well, news and Ra. Last upon so almost young can see the Abregana. Aye. And young can see. Oh, at least if you who say there's one adult who can perform. You know, I do it yes,
oh, Korea ni player be picture be not the dada. Korea for Kwanesa, money Nisu Yafakura. Oh, there be more one tries will be
social media for Amanidino, almost a Jaisu.
Na, Echi ma Lodina. Actually, they be at the
Facebook.
Adia to Facebook.
Come.
But ma, Miss Sawa, you know, who's a canny be fiano pa? Yeah, I am a man. Who try tomatoes? No, I try Jenny.
I tell the brother.
I tell them, Bye. Oh, okay. 101.7. So, lawyer, God, you know, Edudzi Tamakloe, and train Comono.
OKFM 101.7.